Welcome to the Disney Parks Podcast with your hosts, Tony Caselnova from DisneyByTheNumbers.com and Parkhopper John from WDWParkhoppers.com. Keep your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the podcast at all times. And get ready for the Disney Parks Podcast.
Okay, so if you've been a fan of this show for any period of time, one of the things that we love to do is we love to speculate when Disney files patents and they put plans out. And we love to figure out. We still haven't figured out what that ride vehicle is. Yeah, that was a boat and it's not a boat, and then it's a boat. Yeah, we haven't figured that out yet.
I think it's in Shanghai.
Probably. Disney files a patent to adjust your ride path depending on how scared you are. I want to say a joke so bad.
Don't say it if it's bad.
But it's funny. Remind me later on. Right. Anyway, patents filed by Disney suggested that the Walt Disney Imagineers are currently working on a ride technology that could change guest ride path depending on how much of how frightened they are. That's a clue. It's a patent. If you start to feel sick during the ride, your vehicle will slow down. And if you start to feel scared, the attraction could turn off some of the scarier show elements. What the hell? I mean, what
about everybody else?
Yeah, there's nothing in an American Disney ride that's that scary unless it's a thrill ride.
Yeah.
Disneyland Paris, I can argue this. The inverse is true as well. If the new technology senses that you are bored, then the experience will amp up the intensity. How is this going to be possible?
I don't know.
The technology behind the patent could eventually use a combination of the guest's heart rate, facial expressions, skin temperature, perspiration, vocal stress, eye movement, and even their age to gauge their experience. This new technology would have the ability to adjust or change certain ride elements, special effects, animated characters, or even the entire ride environment. There's diagrams available. We'll probably put them out in the show notes. Disney Imagineers like executive ride mechanical engineer David Crawford, creative designer studio lead David Durham, and senior show producer at Walt Disney World Imagineering John Georges were all listed in the patent. Now, this technology would likely change how we experience and react to theme park attractions. As the Orlando Sentinel pointed out, such technology might also cause guests to be a little more conscious of how they are reacting to a ride. Because if you close your eyes, you might be put in the slow lane. It's unknown at this point what attractions this technology would or could specifically be used on. The patent does reference a haunted house, which would seemingly be in reference to a haunted mansion or a ride that they may be building. But at this time, any guess as to what ride or rides this technology, would be integrated in. It's all the speculation at this point. Disney has had this patent approved by the United States Patent Office in October, but on Thursday, March 8th of 2018, Disney filed another patent that would extend this technology into any environment. The Orlando Sentinel registered patent attorney Terry Sanks is quoted as saying Disney isn't limited to just theme parks. They could be wanting to use it in other venues like cruise ships. Now,
Star Wars Hotel.
And Disney has been making rumblings about purchasing a line of theaters. So that might be part of it. You know, I could see that there. Here's my little 2 cents, and I want to hear what you have to think. Disney, this is great. Do me a favor. Get the damn Magic Band to say, "Happy birthday, John." And I'll be happy. And then I'll believe and care about all this.
You're stuck on that Magic Band,
I'm stuck on it. I got sold a bill of goods and I believed in it. And it let me down hard. It crushed me like my high school sweetheart.
I just don't know how they're going to do this. You know, if we're in the same ride vehicle and you're scared and I'm not, what's the...
Right. How's it going to be different?
Yeah, how's it going to be different?
It's going to be impossible.
Yeah.
You know, and you're talking animatronics. Okay. If you're scared and you're in a vehicle right in front of me...
Yeah.
How's that animatronic going to not scare you and scare me?
Right.
It's just
I got a lot.
There's some logical.
I have more questions than I do answers for this one.
I do. Yeah. This was like interesting, and you know they're talking haunted house. Okay, if they're sending one guest through every minute, you know, a guest goes through. If it's like a cruise line or something else, then that would make sense because you can control that a lot better.
We'll have to wait and see what happens. It's interesting.
I don't get scared in haunted houses, like haunted houses, but I don't necessarily go through them with my eyes open all the time.
The only thing that scares me is the launch at a rock and roller coaster.
Really?
Yeah. That just freaks me out. I don't know why.
The only I
don't mind the whole rest of the coaster. I'm fine with that. I just don't like the launch part.
That's funny. Sid's the same way. I don't always keep my eyes open, not because I'm scared, but because
California Screaming is the other one.
That wind in your eyes drives me crazy. But I always want to keep my eyes open because I want to take, I want to do my gang shots for the
I'm usually with my hands over my eyes. I don't think there's ever a picture of my face in that attraction.
Hey, I was so proud of my mom. I got my mom on that ride. I lied to her and told her that it didn't go upside down.
Oh my God.
I think she rode it twice.
Wow.
But I got her on the ride. I said, do me a favor. Just promise me. Just keep your head back and keep your eyes open. That's all you have to do for me. She's like, okay.
Definitely have to keep your head back.
She kept her head back. She kept her eyes open. And I watched, and I'm like this the whole time. And I watched her, and her eyes got real big. She hit that first loop, and she started laughing. And I was like, that's a fan for life.
Okay, Disneyland people are getting, I think, a interesting possible surprise. There's a rumor going around that Carl's house might actually fly over Disneyland during the Together Forever fireworks. So last week, Disneyland Resort released a new commercial promoting Pixar Fest that had the internet abuzz. The new clip includes a shot of Carl's house from the movie Up floating across the skies above Sleeping Beauty's castle during the fireworks. Now, Pixar Fest begins April 13th and includes a new Pixar-themed fireworks show and Pixar Play Parade moving to Disneyland. Plus, Paint the Night will then be heading to Disney's California Adventure. The reason Paint the Night is going there is because World of Color is going down for rehab. That's why the parade is going across the street.
Wow.
Anyways, when Together Forever and Nighttime Spectacular, the new fireworks show, was announced, Disney confirmed that Buzz Lightyear will be taking the traditional role of Tinkerbell and flying across the sky. However, this new commercial includes a brief glimpse of fireworks that appears balloons and Carl's house floating across the sky.
Get out.
Disney has not yet confirmed whether this is actually true, but we're all going to have to sit and wait.
I hope so.
I think they have the technology to do it.
Oh, yeah.
They could do it probably with mapping. They could do it with drones. They can do it with Flying Dragon we had here.
Well, I know they do Dumbo. They fly Dumbo. And I know they fly Zero.
Yeah, but this was flying this way, behind the castle, not this way from the castle. Well, from the Matterhorn.
You're talking to Disneyland, right?
Disneyland,
they swing both ways.
Yeah.
They go both ways. It's just an ad.
Yeah.
Stormtroopers don't walk down the front of Grand Floridian. Snow White doesn't run down the stairway, and the people who work behind the counter don't have wings. And no matter how bad the ad is for Walt Disney World, our teacups have a roof.
That's true.
I busted Disney marketing on that. They were not happy with me.
I'm sure.
In an ingenious marketing ploy, Disneyland pass holders can now add the annual pass holder logo to the Mickey ears and so much more. Disneyland Resort annual pass holders now have a new way to show off their status as a pass holder. Embroidery locations around the resort are now able to add the AP logo to merchandise, including the classic Mickey ears. Embroidery machines are available at several locations, including Mad Hatter in Disneyland Park, Elias & Co. at Disney California Adventure, and World of Disney at Downtown Disney. I'm wondering if the annual pass feature embroidery is free. Probably not. So you're going to have to pay for advertising that you're a pass holder. Brilliant. That's brilliant.
It's crazy.
It's brilliant is what it is.
I have a workaround for that, but maybe we'll talk about that on a different
I got friends who could sew.
Yeah.
Right.
Epcot's Odyssey is being remodeled to become a new flex space. Epcot's Odyssey is set for a light remodel in preparation for its expanded role as a flex-use space in the park. The building between Mexico Pavilion and Test Track has been operating seasonally, mainly for Epcot's festivals, but is intended to fit into Epcot's evolution. Dave Keating, general manager of Epcot Festivals, recently stated that the Odyssey will serve multiple purposes, potentially housing a restaurant, merchandise shop, or character greeting areas all on a given day. That's going to be one busy building.
We're going to shoehorn a lot of crap into that little space.
So in preparation for the expanded role, the Odyssey is receiving a refurbishment that will likely replace the panels with glass windows so that the guests can see inside, can view the park, and the guests passing by can see the events inside the exhibit.
See what they're missing, you mean?
Exactly.
Right.
FOMO. No official announcements regarding Odyssey's specific role or construction plans have yet to be released.
That's brilliant, man. I dig it. It's one of the.
I wish they would have just turned it back to a restaurant.
Yeah, it's one of the most wasted spaces on Disney. I'm glad they're doing this.
Yeah. They're picking apart. I can't say picking apart. They're doing stuff in Epcot, like one little thing at a time, because they posted that D23, that great grand view of Epcot. Mm-hmm. I think they're going towards that, just very slowly.
Yeah. That'd be great.
Very slowly.
It would be very interesting if we could go forward in time 5 years and see how much it's changed and then come back and tell everybody about it. But
that would be nice.
That would be good.
Yeah.
All right. Walt Disney World just might be developing the old River Country site, according to permits that were just filed. I heard about this and freaked out. I thought it was interesting. According to some permits filed on March 5th, Disney is looking to conduct, and I'm quoting here, a geotechnical investigation that assesses the suitability of surface soils, end quote, which is in layman's terms means that they are looking to get permission from the state to drill and evaluate the soil conditions at the River Country site, which is interesting. River Country used to be the water park located near Disney's Fort Wilderness Resort and Campground. You can actually see some of the old dilapidated water slides. So a lot of it, though, is covered with foliage. The water park opened June 19th, 1976, and closed September 1st, 2002. Hang on, something opened. Something big happened.
What do you think that was?
Opened up right about that time. Oh, it'll come to me. Loyal River Country fans have been speculating for years why the park never reopened from its last maintenance closure. But the Walt Disney Company has never issued a formal statement for the reasons for them closing River Country. While we really have no idea what would be happening, these types of permits typically indicate the beginning stages of future development. What could they be building on the old River Country site, Tony?
Okay, so DVC News, our friend Tim Kranuski, has there was a project that was for DVC building, and it fits exactly in this space. He was able to take the map and then overlay this resort right in there, and it's perfect. It fits the outline of the shore. It fits the whole thing. But I've always heard that they couldn't do anything there because of all the asbestos. Everything that was built there is filled with asbestos, and that they just can't, like they normally would, haul it out and dump it somewhere. It has to be abated and has to be put in a special landfill because it's hazardous material now.
Right.
And I've also heard that's why nobody's ever gone back there to do any kind of evaluation, is because it's just an asbestos junkyard. If they do this, I think it's going to cost a boatload of money.
Sure. So when you say DVC, what are you talking about? Like a new DVC?
A new DVC resort.
A resort?
A resort.
Is that space big enough for a resort?
Yeah.
And where would they park?
Well, they have everywhere from Fort Wilderness to Wilderness Lodge. The entire property.
So if they were to do that there, would this be in the middle of the lake?
No, it would be on the
It'd be on the edge there, river.
Yeah, if you're driving on Vista Boulevard, it would be all along that right-hand side there. Maybe you'd park at Fort Wilderness and, I don't know, take a bus or shuttle or monorail.
That'd be cool. That'd be
whatever.
Cool. I wonder what it would be called.
I don't know.
That'd be fun.
Yeah. I still like my Cowboys and Indians idea. You know, build like two separate camps, build cowboys on one side, kind of, you would say, in like chuck wagon kind of things, and teepees on the other side. And then in the middle, you'd have like a whole big, like, dining hall that would be like Thanksgiving dinner every day. You know, that's my idea. That's not going to happen.
No, they're not going to touch that with a 10-foot pole.
Yeah, they're looking for like 700 rooms. Yeah. Listen, if they do this, this will be what, number 6 hotel on the list to be built?
Yeah.
Good luck with that.
They got stuff to do, man.
You will definitely need more housekeepers.
They're having a tough time with that, I hear.
Yeah, they are. And they just recently held a only security hire, which is another probably shortfalling for them.
So to go back to a story that we were talking about just a second ago, the annual pass thing.
Yeah.
One of our chat room folks said it's $6.99 to add the AP logo to yours. Yeah. It should be free. It should be free.
I did pay $1,200 for a pass.
It should be free. It should come.
If you don't mind me advertising your annual pass program.
Yeah. It's crazy. It's crazy. Yeah. All right. Let's hit them with some... Hey,
World of Color at Disney's California Adventure is going dark for 1.5 months to accommodate the Pixar Pier construction. Very nice.
The Wonderful World of Good.
Disney's Animal Kingdom cast members are going to debut new costumes for the 20th anniversary. And almost every land and attraction is getting a new costume.
And still, the Yeti is broken.
Well, we know how to make costumes. We don't know how to make Yetis work.
And the money that they're spending on the costume, do you think they could shovel that some to the Yeti and get that bad boy fixed?
Maybe. The Dream Boutique at Downtown Disney, California, is closing on March 18th. I think it's moving to another location that they're doing some other rehab to.
Here it is, the big one.
Black Panther hit the $1 billion mark.
$1 billion. A billion.
A billion.
A billion.
Yeah, it's a lot of money.
A billion.
That's the money. Irish poutine returns to the menu at the Daily Poutine at Disney Springs.
That makes me happy. I don't know why, but I'm Irish, so I gotta throw the love.
Right. Vivo Gelato introduces their newest shake, the Leprechaun Wish, available through March 31st.
Okay.
All right.
Is it green?
I think it is.
Probably.
Yeah. The iconic composer John Williams is retiring from the Star Wars saga after episode 9.
Yeah, good for him.
I'm sorry to see him go.
Yeah,
I love John Williams' music.
I love his music too, but I can hum bars of Leah's song. I can hum you bars of the Death Star March, or the Imperial March. I can hum you bars of Star Wars. I can hum you bars of other things he's created. The last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 films that he's done. Dun 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 dun.
I mean, some of them started sounding all the same.
Yeah, the fight scene with Darth Maul is the only one that's memorable to me. And I'm a music guy.
Yeah.
So anyway, go ahead.
So if you can't get it to Disney now, guests can now go visit Disney using Google Street View. So you can pull up, any of the parks, Disney Springs, and you can kind of now click around your Street View. Some of them don't go very far from the place they start, but
Disney fans, man, they're it's their crack cocaine. They'll be like, I just got to go look, and you'll spend like 4 hours just like sitting there, and you'll have the music playing.
I would do you one better.
Have the ears on and crying in your Mickey cup.
A long time ago, if you download Google Earth,
right,
that's in 3D, which is a lot better than the Street View.
I know.
Go do the Google Earth and leave the Street View for the amateurs.
Cheap move, Google.
Yep.
Cheap move.
Sunshine Season is to offer limited menus during Epcot's evening extra magic hours. It's just going to be the grab and go stuff. They're not cooking anything.
They're not cooking a thing.
Yeah. They're not cooking a damn thing for you.
Dang for you people. Screw you guys.
You paid that extra money to stay at a Disney resort. They're just giving you some grab and go.
You're going to bag lunch it and you're going to like it. Yeah. You know why? Because we're Disney. We're going to make you pay $7 to put our logo on the back of your hat.
Because I think most of the restaurants kind of close. And then the extra magic hours go on. So if you're looking for food in Epcot, I think sometimes it's difficult to get.
Well,
I think this will remedy that sort of.
That'll fix it to a degree.
Yeah. All right. Anything else?
I had something and it totally went out of my head. So, okay. Yeah, I got nothing, man. I got nothing. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you for being a part of the live show every Monday night. Disney Parks Podcast over on Facebook. You can check that out. You can come find us at DisneyParksPodcast.com. You can check out our shop, DisneyParksPodcast.com/shop. We've been working really hard behind the scenes. I think we got most of our technical issues fixed. So our feed should be fixed. Our website should be fixed. If you notice anything, shoot us an email, DisneyParksPodcast@gmail.com.
And next week I got a little video to play, so come back and see us.
Hot diggity dang.
Yep. And as we like to say around here, we'll see you in the parks.
The Disney Parks Podcast is not affiliated with the Walt Disney Company. All Disney parks, attractions, lands, shows, event names, etc. are registered trademarks of the Walt Disney Company.
Like a bolt out of the blue, fate steps in and sees